Harnessing Your Wealth isn't your average money podcast, hosted by Billy Peterson, a former jockey turned financial advisor. It's about more than dollars and cents. Each episode dives into the stories, struggles, and successes that define what real wealth looks like. From bold entrepreneurs to everyday dreamers who've learned that true success isn't just earned, it's lived. Because life, like wealth, it's all about how you write it.
Welcome back to Harnessing Your Wealth. This is Billy, sidekick Shaun. Today we're going to talk with a guy that's bringing a new sport to town. It's not really new, but it's new in our world. And it was new to me.
It's new to me. Yeah.
I mean,
let's call
I
it
know a couple of things about pickleball, but that's very limited. Today we have Pedro Bautista. And Pedro is originally from Venezuela. And he kind of got involved in a new sport, in this sport we're talking about, called paddle. Pronounced any way you want. Spelled P-A-D-E-L. And he brings this sport here to our local community, Salt Lake City. He and his father decided to open up a paddle club. Is that what you call it?
Yes, paddle club. The first paddle club in Utah. Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So how did you guys decide that this is something you wanted to do and that there's actually a business model behind it?
Yes. So primarily, since I am from Venezuela, my family lives in Miami, and I have family in Europe as well. I always knew how big the sport was around. And it got to the point on my career and my dad that we had enough funds to do something together. But we didn't want to do something that was already around. We wanted to do something new, something that people could attend, something that will help people be better. And that's when we decided paddle was the best fit, both financially and because of the sense of creating a community.
So you could have started a pickleball court or pickleball club, but that's been done too many times, right?
Exactly. And the other thing that why we decided to do it in Utah, it's because, for example, in Miami, you already have like 15 clubs maybe, or maybe even more than that. You have around 100 courts in Florida, if not more right now. So at the time in Utah, there were none. And this was, let's say, September 2024 when we decided to do something new. To do this, and there was none at the time, and we wanted to take that advantage of being the first ones. We knew there were more going to come. Just now, I think one opened in Orem about 3 weeks ago, Paddle Den, and there is more to come within this year, but we wanted to get ahead of them.
I know cool. Shaun's dying to know what's the difference between paddle and pickleball?
And tennis, like all these racket sports. I need to know. I'm missing out.
Yeah, let's put a little bit of perspective in relation to pickleball. Pickleball was invented in 1965, but in the US. Paddle was invented in 1969, but in Mexico. From Mexico, it went to Argentina, then it went to Spain. Then from there, it started to become a global sport. But if you compare it with pickleball is already huge in the US because it was invented here. Whereas paddle was not, but it is big everywhere else except here. So paddle is a combination of tennis and squash. Pretty much you have something smaller than a tennis court with glass walls around it. You have a net right in the middle, just like tennis. The ground, which not a lot of people know, is actually synthetic grass. It's not concrete. And the ball is like a tennis ball, but smaller. So it can bounce less within the walls. Just like squash, you can play it off the wall, against the wall. The scoring is the same as tennis, and it even has a similarity with pickleball with the serve, where it is an underhand serve below the waist. And the other great aspect of the sport is that it is a doubles game. You don't do singles here. That's another difference with pickleball, where you can do singles.
Okay. Is there a roof over me too?
No.
Or is it open?
No, it's open. So actually there is a clearance requirement for the sport for the ceiling. Minimum, recommended is 20 seats, but not recommended. Required is 20 seats. More than that is highly recommended. For example, we have 28 up to the structure and 30 up to the actual roof, which people use a lot. And the reason for that is because lobs in this game are critical. This is a game for the net. If you have two people at the net and I'm on the back, the only way that I have to push you back is to throw you a really nice lob. Okay. Which is, for example, why in Florida, in California, there is a lot of outdoor courts because you don't have any
Don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, it's even better. Yeah.
Is your facility, is it indoor?
It is indoor. Yes.
Indoor. That's got to be a big building, right?
Yes, it is.
How many courts?
We started with 3, and we just added a 4th one about 2 months, a month and a half ago, and it's about 20,000 square foot.
In Salt Lake, you said?
Woods Cross.
Woods Cross.
Yes.
Okay.
It's about 20 minutes from here. Yes.
Drive by it every day.
Yeah.
You'll have to stop.
Maybe I'll stop. Is it busy? 4 courts probably booked up?
Yes, during the night. It's a new sport, so of course there is challenges with that. I talk about what is paddle every single day, literally. My Uber, my barber, supermarket. We get people that just walk through the door thinking it's pickleball.
Oh.
We get calls asking to make pickleball corporate events, and we have to explain it's paddle. So that's a challenge, but it's also opportunity, right? So to answer your question, during the mornings, especially during the week, it's a little bit slow, but throughout the afternoon, let's say after 5 p.m., it's pretty busy.
So people book and schedule the court for an hour at a time? What's the
people that are new start with 1 hour, but really to play like an actual game, which is 3 sets, just like tennis, best out of 3 sets, is 90 minutes. It's the usual to play, or more than that. I have people that stay there for 5 hours. So
really? What about like demographic? I mean, is it young people, middle age, old? Like who's playing this? Everybody maybe?
Mainly between 25 and 50, I would say.
Okay.
That's the main target. But we get people from all ages. Yesterday, I had somebody that was probably around 68, and she's starting to bring her friends. Because since the ground is turf, it's not as hard on you. Yeah. And the other thing is the serve. A lot of people that maybe were pretty good at tennis or used to play a lot, they can't really do that overhand serve. And now they can, of course, it's much easier to do an underhand serve for them.
You can't just cram it down somebody's throat right there.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
Jump up and do an overhead body slam.
Yeah.
You got to do a little lob.
And then of course as you progress with the game, there's a lot of power that comes into it. But the good thing about this sport is that if everybody's the same like skill level, you're gonna have fun. Not if everybody's playing the same type of game, you're gonna have fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, a few more questions about the game itself. So there's no out of bounds apparently because you have walls.
So there is. The main rule of the sport is that the ball always needs to bounce on the ground before touching any of the walls.
Okay.
So if from my side I just slam it super hard and it touches the back wall, that's point for the other team. It's like an out. Okay. The other thing is that it can only bounce once on the ground.
Okay.
So if it bounces, hits the wall, and then hits again the wall on the same side, point. So you gotta be pretty quick. There is a lot of variables on the sport that you need to learn to master in order to get pretty good. But as you start, you get used to all of them. Yeah.
What about?
Yeah.
I'm just trying. I've played pickleball, so I kind of got an idea of the court size.
Yes.
Is it similar court size? I'm just like in a I'm envisioning. I'm in a glass room. This could get wild.
I want to say it's 20 by 10 meters. I can't remember honestly what pickleball is. It's bigger than a pickleball court for sure.
It's got to be fast paced.
I think that it is like a pickleball court if you count the outside of it. Yes,
gotcha.
Which sometimes taken into consideration of the court. So it's pretty big, but that's why it's a doubles game. Singles, you're running a lot, and you gotta get to one side because of the bounce. So professionally, you don't see singles. It's always a doubles, so you can reach to everything. And even with that, sometimes it's a pretty fast-paced game.
Yeah.
You can't go singles or doubles in this.
No,
you're saying?
Only doubles. Only doubles. However, there's some smaller courts that they do for singles, but you don't see that at the professional level. It's more recreational.
And you have to buy it like a paddle because there's no strings on this thing, right?
There is no strings. It's pretty. I was gonna bring one, but it's pretty firm and it has holes on it. But yes, we provide it with our rental, but you can also buy it. And price range for a racket is the same as any other sport. You have some that are $50 and you have some that are $800.
No, so for a racket?
Yeah, for a racket. Adidas is making pretty good one. Babolat has some nice rackets. Actually, they have a collaboration with Lamborghini for rackets. Wow. And the racket has like the Lamborghini logo and everything.
Oh, so you're getting corporate sponsors involved and everything.
I'm getting that one.
I want my logo one.
Yeah, we can do that for sure. There is a lot of sponsors on all of these. For example, Rolex just started sponsoring the number 1 player On.
There you go. I'm
Rolex.
in.
There you
Rolex.
go.
I'm in.
There was another watch brand that's recent AP. I don't know.
Audemars Piguet.
I think it's that
It's
one. They started
AP, yeah.
sponsoring the. I think Tapia will be the number 2 player right now. The number 1 as well.
So this is getting better. I had no idea this was even a sport, and now here I'm
didn't
being told
either.
it.
And you're starting to see big brands. Wilson, for example, is there. Babolat is there. Head is there. And now you're starting to Nike, for example, started sponsoring. I can't remember if it's number 8 or 9 on the top 10 players of the world. He appeared recently in a match with Nike shoes that they haven't released. So they're definitely getting there for sure.
Compare this to pickleball as with regard to size and money involvement and tournaments, and so how do you rank these?
Yes. So pickleball right now is way much bigger than paddle. I don't know exactly the trajectory of pickleball to be in the Olympics, but paddle is looking to be in the Olympics by 2032, so it's gonna get there. Right now in Utah, there is only gonna be around 22 courts. My club and others that are gonna open within the next 5 months. To put that in perspective, let's say that there is 2.9 million people living in the Salt Lake area. That's about 136,000 people per paddle court. In pickleball, I want to say it's 4,000 per pickleball court. So there's still a lot of room to grow, but also shows you that there is a lot of the people in Utah love racket sports.
Why? I know maybe part of the answer to this, but why Utah? I know you said there weren't any courts here, so you're like, oh, there's the opportunity. But any other factors that went into why you chose Utah?
One, while checking all the other states surrounding Utah, there were already clubs opening. Vegas, for example, has had one for a couple, I want to say, I don't know exactly how many years, but more than 2 years for sure. Arizona now has 2 clubs. Colorado has 4 clubs. Wyoming put the first 2 paddle courts in at the Yellowstone Club. So you were seeing that all of these states surrounding Utah were starting to grow. And on top of that, doing some research, I saw like a franchise that it's called Conquer Paddle. It's actually going to open this month in Lehi, Utah. So you see all of these people coming here. And the other aspect of it is that paddle is a community sport. Since you always need 4 people, you always need the paddle club needs to do the work for you to meet others, because if not, you can't play. And Utah is a really family state, so that only helps to that. People like to play together. People are social. People are active. They ski. They do hiking. They play a lot of pickleball. So it really fits with the target audience of paddle.
How do you help market this? Because again, I didn't know about this, and I'm probably similar to a lot of people that are just getting exposure to it, and maybe this podcast will help open some doors for you. But I'm interested. What are you guys doing now? You know, it's one thing to just build something, you know, fill the dreams, you know, build the field, and they will come.
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing, or how do you get the word out there to tell people, hey, there's a great sport that you're missing out on?
Yes. So I'm doing everything I can. Pretty much I'm going, for example, last week I went to 2 schools for an entire week. I went on the recess. That's probably around, I want to say around 1,500 kids that I gave a racket to them and play with them on the recess every single day. After every single match, I will tell them, what's the name of the sport? And they will say, paddle. Okay, it's not pickleball. And they will go home, and then that helps a lot. It's pretty organic. And then I'm going to school again tomorrow, newspapers, Instagram, TikTok, anything that I can do. And I'm talking about it like crazy every single day. But it is pretty organic because even when people go to I have had, this is a crazy story. We did an event. It was a promotion for a Yelp, the review the review
Yelp
platform. Yes, Yelp.
Yeah.
They did an event there. Let's say that 20 people went, and then I start to check the socials of all of them. One of them, even after they left, they posted a picture and said, "Perfect day, pizza plus pickleball." Inside with a picture,
burning you up.
inside of the club. So. It's a new sport, so it really takes a lot of patience, a lot of talking about it. It's gonna be years till everybody knows about it, but it's just part of it.
Yeah, it's like a wildfire once it catches. I mean, pickleball had to start somewhere too.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you said that pickleball started in the 60s. Like, I thought it started 5 years ago.
Exactly.
Like, I had never heard of pickleball until
Now there's a
5
court
years.
in every
There's a court
town.
down the hill here from us. There's one out in Roy, and they're all full, like nonstop.
And you're seeing signs that Utah is really going to be a leader on paddle over the years, because what a great indicator that a sport is growing is when they put public courts. And that already happened here. And I think I want to say it's 4 courts in Utah City, over in Utah County.
Mm-hmm.
And they just
So just public, you can just go play.
And I don't know exactly when they open it, but they're ready as of last week, from what I saw. That's
a good sign.
It's a good sign. And you don't see this in anywhere else in the U.S. It's pretty rare to see it.
Wow.
So
Talk about where you came from. So we're interested in also the stories of entrepreneurship and chasing your dream, you know, going after what you want to do in your life. Could you have done this in Venezuela?
Probably no. Well, let me start with my story, and I will say why not in Venezuela. I left Venezuela when I was 18 years old. My father is American. He was born in Puerto Rico. So since I was born, I knew I was going to come study to the U.S. I went to Florida. I got my degree over there for 4 years, and then I found a job here. My now wife was also living here. Found a job. My wife was here. I got to come to Utah. But I got my degree on biomedical engineer, so I found a job about that. I started working on the medical manufacturing industry, and I worked on that till September of last year. But that allowed me to, do pretty save a lot, grow that 401k, which in all honesty, that's what I used to put towards this investment. Because after 5 years, and talking with my dad, we always wanted to do something together. Of course, he has already an entire career as a software engineer. He also had the savings and the financial to get this started and support it. And we wanted to do something together. It came to the time of that. I was tired of doing the job that I was, because it was not fulfilling at all. And I put literally all my savings into this, took a loan, and just went for it. So going back to the question about Venezuela, I couldn't have done it because my history was not there. Even though I am from there, I was 18. I don't know Venezuela right now. I mean, I could go and everything, but I don't know the market. And there is not the same opportunities, of course, that there are here.
That's cool.
I love the stories of just going all in, because successful people, especially if you want to own a business and you want to do something extraordinary, you have to take a big step, a leap of faith. You have to have the willingness to take a risk, to put your skin in the game, where a lot of people won't do that. They just want to sit back from the outside and examine and watch, and then critique or criticize or tell you can't do it. What motivates you? I mean, there's probably tough days when you're thinking, I don't have enough people signing up for this, and we're bleeding money. How are we going to make this work? Tell us how you get through it.
Every day. That's really the fact of it. I like to say, every time somebody asks me how I am doing and how I am mentally, I always say, I am making a third of the money that I was doing as a full-time job, but I feel 10 times like a millionaire right now because I got a haircut today at 11 a.m. on a Monday. That's something I could have never done before. Freedom in that sense, even though I'm not making nearly the same money that I was before. But so
not
yet. Yes, that's correct. When these challenges come, that's what I remind myself. And also the community aspect is not just to say it, it's true. This business, because you need 4 people always to play, if you don't have community, it's not gonna grow at all. It may grow maybe in 10 years when we have automated courts that you just put a code and get in, like pickleball, you're starting to see that. But with paddle, that's not the case yet. So on top of that, the fact that you need a community means that you got to help people in some way. I have had people that are coming to me literally saying that I saved their life, that they are from Spain. They moved here 5 years ago. They started working in a job that they don't like. Their relationship is falling apart because they are not doing really something that motivates them or gets them out there. And they come to me now and they say, thank you. or people that I have influenced others to open their own business related to paddle as well, helping others find their passion. So days that are pretty bad, maybe financially, mentally, and with the heart, they're not as bad, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's fantastic to know that there's stories like that. You have a vision and you're going somewhere, but you're thinking about scaling. I mean, are you guys thinking beyond? What are your next 3 to 5 year plans?
3 to 5 years from now, I honestly right now don't see myself opening another paddle club yet, at least. There is still a lot of room to go. And coming back to the community, I want my community to work. There's going to be paddle clubs that are going to be, I don't know, even like bigger and going to be better. But I know that if I'm able to sustain my community, my business is going to thrive. And I don't want to take from the fact that if I open another like paddle club or anything, my attention is not going to be 100% on this location and on my people there. So I want this to work both financially and with the community.
That's cool.
So for now, no, I'm just going to focus on this one and do my best with that one.
Kind of along those same lines is, what are you doing at your facility or courts that are maybe different than some of these other courts, you know, to build your community, make it unique? Are you doing things differently?
Yes. One of the things that I will say is I think customer service is like number one thing here. If you are coming to a new sport, a new facility, and you have no clue of what it is, you're going afraid. So if we are able to welcome you into a safe space right from the start, and we give you a racket and we show you how to play, and we step with you on the court, which is something that we do, that's going to make you come back. Whereas, for example, I went to a club in Miami about, I want to say 6 months ago, huge club. I'm talking 14 courts. I show up, I didn't know anything. I was like, hey, where do we play? Court 14, here are your rackets.
That's it.
Go play.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's, even though we're not as big as them and maybe we don't attract as many people yet, I see the difference there. So putting in the work, like personally, I think it's going to help us differentiate from many others.
Yeah. I mean, if I walked into one of these places and didn't know where to go, how to play, that'd be huge for me. Someone just say, hey, here's where you're going. Here's how you play this.
Maybe watch videos or something.
Videos, yeah.
Maybe watch other people play. I mean, that's a lot of times visually learning it helps a bunch. Know.
We always have YouTube. We have a TV on the club. We always have paddle games going, and you can see people that I want to say that at least out of 7 days, 4 people walk through that door just looking, just to watch. People that didn't call, they just show up. And the fact that we have the TV there, they just come and they sit literally for 10, 15 minutes just watching, and then they meet others, and then they come back. So, yeah, pretty important.
I'm curious if there are maybe other offsets of this, you know, for people just having a membership, for example, your club. What other services or capabilities do you have as a business owner that you might generate additional revenue from this? Have you guys thought about that?
Yes. So right now, the only income that we have is from reservation, private lessons / group classes. We're opening a summer camp. We also have a pro shop that we sell rackets, gear, and stuff like that. We have the forecourt, which we added about a month and a half ago, was because we didn't have a private space. So our idea with this private space is for people to be able to do, for example, corporate events, birthday parties. We can close it out, so we can really separate that court from everything else, and you have your own TV, you have your own music. So the idea is to potentiate that area for it to be like even another, it's like an event facility where you can just rent that space. And over time, we want to like a cafe / smoothie bar where you can just come and get.
That's something you have now, or you?
No, we don't. But over time, that's something we're definitely adding, because again, is that what can I do for you to stay longer and have a better time? If you don't have food there, that means you have to go somewhere else food. It's like, I think they call it third place, work, home, and then a third place. We want to be that. Where you go, play, you are done. Oh, I'm hungry. Actually, I'm going to get a smoothie here, and I can stay longer. And maybe by you staying longer, you meet somebody in the line also trying to buy a smoothie. You start talking with him. You play the next day. And then we have way more matches than only 2 different people.
Place to hang out, right? Place to kind of mingle and socialize.
Yes.
I've found, I've been in athletics and sports pretty much my whole life, involved in some level. And I found that if parents have their kids involved, that's when you're going to see a huge portion of it. I mean, Shaun, think about you.
Well, when you
what's
said
what you're spending on your kids,
I
in
know
sports.
where it's going. Yeah. But when you said summer camps, I'm just thinking, oh, kids, because Kate's always, thanks, honey, trying to find things to do for the kids all summer. Get them out of the house a little bit. So
if you can do tournaments,
tournaments,
think about
new sport.
age groups or whatever. I mean, boy, their parents will spend unlimited amounts of money for their kids to be involved, especially if it becomes real competitive, and then they can see their kid's name in the winners column, or there's prizes to win or accolades. I mean, I know I've been involved in baseball and softball with my kids, and what we spend on not only equipment but the travel, the entry fees,
Everything.
just everything. You start thinking about what's possible with sporting events. I don't know. That's just
No, definitely.
thoughts.
Talking about tournaments, we're definitely we'll do tournaments every single month. We do league, we do social nights, we do everything. And now we're starting to get into the kids. At the beginning, our thought process was that we needed to get first the parents in order for them to show it to them. And that's exactly, and it's working right now. We just opened the summer camp, and I already have 4 or 5 parents that play all the time, and they're like, they already signed up for May and June. So it was just a strategy of getting them first really worked. Go ahead.
Hard to find instructors?
No. Maybe right now, well, it depends, because right now that the level is so low, a tennis instructor, for example, will do. Well, actually, 3 of my coaches are tennis instructors.
So there's some crossover there.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
so, for example, they on their own, they are sponsored by Wilson, so with their tennis club, and Wilson is now offering certifications for paddle, and that's exactly what they did. As soon as I opened my club, they reached out to me because they already had the certification, and they were like, okay, we want to work with this.
I see.
So, but now, what I was trying to say at the beginner level, yes, there is coaches, but I don't know if we have coaches that are able to train more advanced players. Definitely beginners and intermediates, because there is a lot of crossover, but the game is totally different at the advanced level. So that's where I would like to say that you're going to start to see coaches coming from like Spain, Europe, and things like that. They're starting to bring them. There's clubs that are financially paying for people to come from other countries, paying their visa and things like that.
Wow.
Yes.
Could you sell sponsorships?
Yes, absolutely.
People put their
absolutely
banner up on the wall somewhere?
Yeah, absolutely. You see it all over the world. You see, for example, the forecourt, as in the dealership, Toyota Court, Kia Cup. Start to see all of those things. And you see names of restaurants, names of insurance companies, names of everything on the courts, because the glass, it does a really good job for advertisement, because the whole court is glass. So if you can put the sponsors every 3 feet if you want on the court.
Wow.
So
yeah, that'd be great. That's a good. I mean, eyeballs. You get a lot of eyeballs. You're selling it, but are there places for people to observe these games?
Yeah,
Can they sit outside the court and watch? Yes.
So at the club, we have like a launch area where you can just sit outside. We have benches around every single court so people can watch. And you're starting to see the sport at the professional level in arenas. They did one in Miami, New York, Brussels. They did one there was one yesterday in Paraguay where you had a whole stadium and the court right in the middle.
Really?
It's beautiful. Yes. So, and just talking a little bit more about the growth of paddle in relation to Europe, the number 1 player, which is from Spain, moved to Miami recently. The one that is sponsored by Rolex. So you're starting to see these trends of European players coming to the US, just like Messi with
soccer.
With soccer. Yeah.
What is the average length of a game?
Average what?
The average length. How long does it take to?
90 minutes.
90 minutes.
90 minutes. Well, depends on who's playing against who. Maybe 20 minutes sometimes.
If you're playing me, Billy, it's 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Me over you?
No.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm winning.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to watch too, I would say, because there is a lot of strategy. And if you are playing, you got to communicate with your partner. So that also helps a lot. You see a lot of marriage couples that go, but they don't play together because of that reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
So
can
it's
see
pretty
that.
interesting to see.
Yeah.
I am.
That's
Very cool.
interesting.
Do you play, right?
Yes, I play pretty much every single day now. I would say 5 times out of 7 and maybe 2-3 times a day.
Is
for
there?
sure.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Did you say something?
No, I was.
Oh, is there like a rank? Because I know in like tennis, there's a ranking system. Golf, I'm aware of that. So there's a ranking system. Is there one for paddle?
Yes. So there is 2 main ones. Just like tennis, I think it's 1 through 7. I want to say it's one of them.
I think my girls are just start. I should know this.
Yeah, I think that's for pickleball. I want to say 1
Okay.
through 7. It's same thing. And then there is another one that it's called World Padel Rating. That one's 1 through 20, where from 1 it's a completely beginner. 13 is like low competition, and from 13 to 20 is like top 200 on the world.
Okay.
So same thing. And there is a struggle there now because it's a new sport. So everybody comes and thinks that they are
really good.
really good. And because maybe they come from a tennis background, and of course on their first match they go against a completely beginner that has never grabbed a racket, and they're like, well, you put me here that I'm a 5, but I'm probably a 10. Not really. Yeah. You start to placing them with but people that have only played paddle for their entire life, and they will
beat them.
There's a ranking system then, and they can appeal if they don't like their number. And
they appeal to me.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
So is there a judge involved in these games or a referee?
No, not at the recreation level or small tournaments. There is an organization called United States Padel Association, just like United States, USTA, which is United States Tennis Association. And with certain tournaments, let's say that there is a tournament that gets you 100 points, but there is tournaments that get you 250, 500, 2,000 points on the overall ranking. For tournaments that are 250 points, they're now requiring that you have like somebody that is trained to all the rules and all of that. But at the 100 level and the recreational level, you don't need to have a referee. But you're starting to see technology get into the courts as well, on that sense of like having a referee there. You're starting to see these AI cameras that they will tell you if it's in, out, or replay the point or things like that. So I'm pretty sure we'll go over that.
AI is going to be able to monitor what you're doing and tell you.
You're being monitored right now, probably by AI.
Yeah, I know, but you'd be really good at that. Hey, chat, how can I get better at this game?
Exactly.
A whole list of things.
Yeah.
So what is there a certain attire? People play tennis have to wear certain, they all want to look the part.
Same thing, I would say, as part of the
Just
upper
athletic
part.
person.
Shoes, there's paddle shoes made specifically for the sport. Wilson makes them. As I said, Nike is now getting into them. The brand On. They also sponsor the #1 player. So they also have court shoes as well. I would say, I always tell people, before buying a racket, buy shoes.
Okay.
Because injuries.
Yeah.
Shoes are more important than the racket.
I always say that. We give you a racket if you can play. But if you get injured because you didn't have the right shoes,
That makes sense.
You say there's other courts opening now. So yours is not the only one. So if people want to practice, how do they practice unless they go to your facility?
Well, another one open in Orem, and there's going to be 4 more clubs opening within the next, I want to say, 3 to 4 months, all across Utah. I'm in Woods Cross. There is another one in West Valley, West Jordan, South Salt Lake, Lehigh, Orem. So literally all across Utah. Over time, everybody's probably going to have like a court within 10 minutes of their house. That's the place to practice, yeah.
I mean, that growth is still good for you, though. It builds that community, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Build the awareness.
Yes, I will definitely lie if I say that it wouldn't worry me because I would love to be the only one for forever, but that's impossible, of course, unrealistic. But yes, I only think that it's going to help. Right now, I'm the only one paying for advertisement. If we have 5 more clubs, that's 5 times what we're paying, or even more what we're paying for advertisement. Yeah. That just gets more people. Maybe when I do my advertisement, I target somebody that it's in Orem, but they get to play there. But maybe when they do their advertisement, they still target somebody that it's in Orem, but has family in Woods Cross.
Yep.
Their family comes try me out, and then, But you see, for example, clubs like in LA, right now that it's growing quite big, they do these inter-clubs tournaments. That's really my dream. I really want to work with other clubs. You see these T-shirts that they have on one side, one club, on the other one, the other, and it's the LA Padel Cup or something like that.
Yeah.
So
compete against one another, right?
Compete against one another, but it's also collaboration. This week we play at my club, next week we play at yours, and the tournament, I don't know, we split profit and we do it at one of our clubs. It doesn't matter. But you see a lot of that relationship. Of course, I don't think every club is going to be willing for that collaboration, but at least I am. So
you charge a monthly rate, or do you just charge per rental?
Same as pickleball. We do both. We have a membership and we have a rent model where you just pay per hour.
How much is that?
The court is $80 per hour. So if it's 4 people, it's 20 per person. 90 minutes is 30, which is what usually people play, but that includes rackets and balls.
Well, that includes. Oh,
yes. Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad.
$20 for 90 minutes of entertainment.
What do you get if you're a member, like monthly? Is that unlimited?
It depends. We have different tiers. One, it's like students, 80. You play between 6 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Outside of that, you get 50%. Then there is the most, not expensive, but the one unlimited one. It's $240. You play as many times, as many hours as you want.
You have priority over other people?
Yes, you get 14 days in advance for booking. You get 40% on discounts, private lessons, clinics, everything. Which right now, the advanced booking feature is not really something that matters here at least in Utah. But in Spain, for example, I had one of my members go there for vacation, and I text me, "Hey, how's paddle over there? I can't play. All courts booked for an entire month."
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. Over time, that feature is going to really be helpful for people.
Yeah, be valuable.
Yeah.
Well, how about we have you come back in 5 years and just explain to our listeners how this business has gone, where it's taken you, life experiences, which are great. And you said, get out this mundane job that you hated and do something that you really had a passion for. So I like to see that in people. It's inspiring, not the least of which is coming from a different country, learning a second language, and then continuing to do the things you love to do and want to do with your father. That's probably pretty meaningful for you. So we're excited for you. We hope you have all the success in the world. Come back and tell us how it's gone and how much money you're just piling up. And
yes, absolutely.
Get you an account open too.
Yes, for sure. And you guys gotta come play for sure.
Yeah, now that we know,
I want to get down there for sure.
Yeah.
Until next time, guys, enjoy it, and we hope that you tune in, like and subscribe to the podcast, and keep bringing those questions back to us. We love to see them. Take care out there.
Thanks all.
Thank you for listening. For more information about today's show, please check out the show notes. Visit our website at www.petersonws.com or give us a call at 801-475-4002. Peterson Wealth Services is a registered investment advisor. This is a paid-for advertisement. Information presented on this program is believed to be factual and up-to-date, but we do not guarantee its accuracy, and it should not be regarded as a complete analysis of the subjects discussed. Discussions and answers to questions do not involve the rendering of a personalized investment advice, but are limited to the dissemination of general information. A professional advisor should be consulted before implementing any of the options presented. Peterson Wealth Services.